Okay, let's see how this goes. Good morning, USA. Or good morning, USA, but it's good. It's daytime, but this is my Big Brian's podcast. Good morning, USA. What's happening, people? So I gotta talk about this Mike Tyson fight one last time, and I'm gonna get to the point. Let's get straight to the. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I met Mike Tyson. Okay, I met Mike Tyson in 2005. I made two videos about this. I got the pictures to prove it. I met Mike Tyson in Washington, D.C. at Walter Reed Army Medical Center. Okay? That used to be the main, it still is, but they moved. That's the main hospital for the bigwigs, the presidents, vice presidents. Anytime soldiers got hurt in the war, that's where they came to. They came to Walter Reed Army Medical Center, Ramsey, Washington, D.C. Mike Tyson came there. I got my pictures up. Look them up. I made a short and I got a long video. I met Mike Tyson. Me and my buddies, when I walked in the room, was people in the room. When I walked in the room, everybody said, Mike, 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 Mike. They was looking at me like I was Mike Tyson. And I saw Mike. Mike was over there. And I said, no. I said, Mike's right there, right? He was over there, like, in a corner. And they went, oh. And I'm going to tell you something. Mike was so freaking small. I could not believe how small Mike Tyson is. I done told this story. This will be the third time. I was like, holy shit. I can't believe how small Mike Tyson is. He looked like a dancer, okay? Mike Tyson looked like he weighed about at the most 190 pounds. So anyway, he was signing autographs. And it was real nice. But everybody was grabbing him. Mike over here. You know, he was signing an autograph. And he go sign another. And these are all soldiers. These are all wounded soldiers that he was signing autographs. Like I said, Walter Reed. Right? That's the main hospital. Now Walter Reed has moved to Bethesda. Now they moved to Bethesda. They shut the one in D.C. down because it was old. The one in D.C. was built in the 1800s after the Civil War. So now they moved to Bethesda, but it's still Walter Reed, but it's in Bethesda now. But anyway, Mike was signing soldiers' autographs, and like I said, he was real quiet. He didn't say one word. People were just grabbing him, and he was real subdued. But like I'm saying, I just could not believe how small Mike Tyson was. And like I said, I made a couple of videos about it. But anyway, so here's what I want to get to today. Somebody just asked me, bro, do you think the fight was fixed? No, the fight wasn't fixed. Mike, listen, like I said, when I met Mike Tyson in 2005, that was his last real fight, right? I knew he was going to lose. I could say, man, this guy's small. His arm, Mike Tyson's arms about as big as my forearms, okay? And I was looking at his arms like, I said, man, he's small. And anyway, he ended up losing that fight in D.C. to Kevin McBride, right? I don't know if you guys remember that. That Australian dude. Mike fought about, 5, 6 rounds? He tried to knock him out. 6 rounds, 7 rounds. He said, I had enough. I'm done. And walked out the ring, and everybody was throwing shit at him, booing him, and throwing stuff at him. But here's what I'm trying to get to. That was 20 years ago, right? That was 20 years ago, right? And all you people Mike Tyson's almost 60 years old. Okay, if that was 20 years ago and he did that, where's y'all brains at? The man's 60. That's like getting you think your grandfather go to the ring and beat somebody? Seriously? That's what y'all brain. Well, it's Mike Tyson. I don't give a F who it is. The man was 60 years old, fighting a 20-some years old guy that boxes. I don't care if he's YouTube or whatever. He boxes. He trains to fight. And you got an old man. Mike Bates needed a cane when he was out there. And that's the point I'm trying to make. He was too old. I've been saying this over and over again. You guys still think about Mike Tyson when it was 1990 something. Yeah, when he was what, 30 something. He's almost 60. I can't believe you guys. Oh, the fight was scripted. He was old. Boxers, that's the problem with boxers, right? They don't know when to quit fighting. They don't know when to quit fighting. We can go back. You can go back in history to Jack Johnson, the first black heavyweight. Same thing. Boxers never know when to quit fighting. That's the problem with boxers. And they always do that last fight for the paycheck. Jack Johnson, who else? You got Jack Johnson. I ain't gonna go on. I'm talking. I know my history. Jack Johnson got beat, come back. They never know when to quit. Joe Louis had to keep fighting because he owed the IRS so much money. He fought Rocky Marciano, old man. And same thing. That was Rocky Marciano's idol. He had to damn near kill him, knocked him out the ring. Same thing. He's crying in the dressing room because he same thing. These boxers never know when to quit. It's always they never know when to quit, man. Muhammad Ali. That's who we grew up with. Same with Ali. Ali. They fight always that one last fight, and you know he's too old. They never know when to quit, and they're doing it for the money. It's sad, but that's when most boxers get their biggest paycheck, when it's their last fight. Everybody want to see him one more time, and they come back and get their ass beat. Too old. Ali last fight, Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes had to punish him. And but the same thing when Joe Louis fought Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano didn't want to hurt him. But what you gonna do? You in the ring. Either I hit you, you hit me. So I gotta hit you. Same Ali got beat by Larry Holmes, come back. The only boxer who went out like a champ was my man George Foreman. George Foreman is the only one that came back. And he was in his 40s, right? George Foreman was the only one who came back, beat, what's his name? I can't think of his name, but he's the only one that came back 10 years later and won and was done. Started making his George Foreman grills and went out like a smart fighter. Yeah. But Mike Tyson's too old. Too old. I don't know where you people brains at, man. You got 60 years old. That's like getting your grandfather. My grandfather, your grandfather you better get your grandfather cane. Okay. I don't care how tough you think somebody is. You cannot beat Father Time. Like I say, all you people talking about was It was fixed and staged. Ain't none of y'all 50 years old talking that shit. Y'all all young. Well, it might be some 50-year-old, but anybody who thought Mike Tyson was gonna be a 20-something years old boxer was a fool. Guy was too old. That's when you 60 years old, your body ain't the same as it was when it's 30. Granted. Now you can still keep your power. You can still keep. That's like me. I lived the weights all my life. You know, I was still benching 450 when I was in my 50s. But that's the thing. When you get older, right, you can keep your power. You can still keep your strength. I'm still strong. But if I gotta chase you, I'm gonna get tired. That's the difference. When you get old, you lose your stamina. And that's the problem. And boxing ain't the sport to be in because you gotta keep your stamina, you know. And I just had to say. I mean I don't know what else to say. You got an old man. That's like getting some old guys to come back and play football. Have you guys seen that commercial with Emmitt Smith and Jerry Rice and them? And they're like, hey, you know what? We should go back. I think it was a Doritos commercial. Yeah, we should go back. And you see them go in there for like one play, and they come back out. Yeah, man, bump that. That's exactly how it would be. You get a certain age, you get too old, retire. Okay? Hopefully Mike got a good payday for this, but you mess your legacy up. Messing up your legacy, because now it's on your record. You lost to basically two no-name white guys at the end of your career because you just couldn't say, I'm done. Sugar Ray Leonard, same thing. Sugar Ray Leonard, that was my man. He did the same thing. Sugar Ray Leonard came back, had to get beat. Roy Jones Jr. The list go on and on. The only Larry Holmes had to come back. But that's my point, right? Boxers are notoriously known for coming back for one fight too long. Retire when you get a certain age. I'm done. George Foreman was the only one who did it right. He came back at like 45. 45 is old, but George Foreman, think about George Foreman though, and George Foreman, and Mike Tyson was scared to fight George Foreman. I don't care what y'all say. George Foreman is like he could punch. Anybody want to mess with George? And see, and George always fought slow. So for him, so that was his style. His style was to fight slow. And George had a hell of a stamina. He's like the only boxer that stood up every round. Foreman's like the only boxer that didn't sit down between rounds. He stood. So yeah, George Foreman had that crazy stamina like Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain was the same way. Will Chamberlain played the whole game. That's how George Foreman was. So when he came back, his thing. See, Mike Tyson, here's the thing. Mike Tyson is, like I said, Mike Tyson's small. Mike Tyson is a small dude. He's like 5'9", 5'10". Mike got to come in close to hit you, right? He got to come in to hit you because he's short. His reach is short. So Foreman, tall, like me, 6'3", and he got that reach. See, Mike got to come in and see, and when your whole life you was built on speed. What's the first thing to go when you get old? Speed. Make you want to pop when you got inside your head. Your speed goes when you get old. Okay? Mike's 60 years old, but Foreman was 45. Foreman didn't rely on speed. Foreman always relied on the one thing to stay with you when you get old: power. Power rules. So George is like, that's how he always fought. Okay. Power rules. So George always had power. George never relied on speed. So for him to come back, it was up his alley because he was like he just gonna wear you down. And what was that guy name he beat? And he was young too, but he fought dumb. See, he kept coming in, and George clocked him. Bam. George got the most powerful knockout in history. More powerful than Mike Tyson. George Foreman wasn't no joke. I seen him hit punching bags and put dents in them. George Foreman had the best power of all boxers. That's why Ali went to rope-a-dope. Ali knew, I can't fight this dude. I gotta wear him down because if I come out there try to fight him, I'm gonna get my block knocked off. But yeah, Mike Tyson always had to rely on speed because he's short. He got to come in and hit you. And when you get old, Mike, like I say, almost 60. I gotta keep saying this. Oh, that fight won't rig. Mike Tyson was old. So old Mike Tyson. Old. Fighting some 20-some-year-old. What do you expect? This world's all messed up now. People don't want to add their age no more. That's the problem with this world. You got grandmas now trying to, twerk and shit. And that's the problem with the world right there. Nobody want to add their age. Everybody want to act like they're still young, right? Got grandmas still want to go to the club and twerk. You got old men want to talk shit. No. Everybody got to know their place. Everybody, yeah, I know everybody wanted Tyson to win, but he was old. If you got any common sense, go get your grandfather and say, Grandpa, I want to see you go over there and knock that young 25-year-old out. That's basically what y'all was doing. He's old. He should have been spending time with his grandkids. Not fighting. He too old. Now, if it had been somebody in the street, that's different. If we would have got another old man to go in the ring with him, okay, yeah. 258-year-old, yeah. He might have won that fight. But you talking about a 60-year-old man fighting a 20-some-year-old man. Yeah, well, that's you. I wouldn't, but he old. So, he old. So that's all I can say to you. What did you expect? And he was old when I met him 20 years ago. He was old then. Too old to be fighting. That was supposed to have been his last fight, 2005, when he got beat. And he went 5 rounds. So, I don't know what else to say to you guys. The guy's too old. Nah, shit won't scripted. He was old. I keep saying it. He was old. He needed a cane. He should have came in there with his guitar. I'll take you now, young boy. Come on. Come on. I'm being funny, but he was old, man. Mike Tyson's old. Oh, goddamn. Mike Tyson was a good fighter. Just leave it at that. He was good back in 1990, okay? What's this, 2024? 2000, 2010, 2000. You're talking 30 years. I swear, man, this world done got dumb as shit. You're talking 30 years on a man that you think is, let me go get Jim Brown out of the grave, right? And let him play running back. I'm just saying, he was too old, man. Okay? Jake Paul, fight somebody your age. Fight somebody your age, Jake Paul. Okay? You want to press somebody. But y'all see, look, he helped Mike out. He got Mike a nice payday, nice paycheck. Got to give Mike credit. Mike stood there. He couldn't knock Mike out. That's one thing you can say. Even though they shortened the rounds, they made it 2 rounds. But, he got Mike a nice payday. Good for you, Mike. But too old to be fighting. Just knock this shit out. Cause I don't want to see another old. And this is gonna be Holyfield. He's 60-something years old. Oh, now Holyfield want to take on Jake. Come on, man. Stop this shit. Stop the nonsense. Stop it. Let these guys, you know, let these guys spend time with their fucking kids and grandkids, man. Too old to be fighting. That's like me. I'm an old guy. I ain't trying to go out here and fight some young guy. Nah, this a young man's world. I did my time. Let the young people have their time. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't see football. You know what? That's funny, right? What was his name? Franco. Matter of fact, Jim Brown tried to race Franco Harris one time, and Jim had been retired for what, 20 years. And he's like, you know what? He was all jealous of Franco. I bet you I could beat Franco in a race, right? And Franco he's like, I'll smoke your old ass, Jim. You better get back in that rocking chair. Well, no, that wasn't good enough. Jim had to raise him. What happened? Franco smoked his ass. I know your ego sometimes gets you in trouble, man. But it's a reason why you get old. You get old so you can relax, spend time with your grandkids, and retire, okay? But yeah, boxers are the worst for not knowing when to quit. That's all I can say. And I think a lot of it got to do with the money. A lot of it has to do with the money, because most of the time, that's when you're gonna get your biggest paycheck. When you're old like that. Because everybody want to give you that one last fight. Do we still got it? All right, guys. Nah, this shit wasn't scripted. Mike Tyson was old. He's 60 years old, okay? And this guy was what, 27? Shoot, he's down here 30. Mike Tyson's 30 years older than this guy. And when you in your 20s, this guy's in his prime. Mike Tyson, you talking about over the hill? He's way over the hill. Way over the hill. I don't think none of you guys talking this shit probably ain't even 45 yet. Like I say, wait, when you hit 50 years old, your body changes, man. Your body gonna change when you hit 50, okay? And he almost 60. I don't care how much, I don't care how much working. Yeah, you can still work out. You can still punch and look good on film. But when you get in the ring with another guy that's 30 years younger than you, you 45. Mike 15 years older than you. Think about that. And y'all expecting him to win? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Hey, look, I got some farmland over here on top of the mountain I can sell you. I can't believe this shit. I had my friend, Brian, you think? I said, no, hell no, I ain't gonna win. He too old. He too old, man. That's all Jay Paul got to do is stay away from him for like 2 rounds, tire him out, and it's all over. And see, that was Mike MO. Even when Mike was young, that was his thing. Mike's thing was to come in and knock your ass out in the first 3 or 4 rounds. And if he couldn't knock you out in the first 3 or 4 rounds, you had a chance of everybody beat Mike did that. Cause Mike would get frustrated cause he's like, damn, now you got to go the distance. And when you short and you fighting a big, and I said Mike Tyson's a small dude. I said I've met Mike. He's small, man. He like 5. When I said, damn, this guy little as shit, man. Everybody like, Brian, you think you can beat Mike? I said, I'll fuck Mike up, right? But I was strong right there. I would pick Mike like with his body slammed him. I ain't no boxer, but I can fight. My thing, I'll just pick his ass up and slam him. I'm a street fighter, you know. And this is way before UFC. I'm a street fighter. I'm a big dude. I'm a street fighter. I'll let you hit me so I can grab you and just manhandle you. But anyway, get back to Mike. Mike's a small dude. Okay. If Mike don't knock you out in 4 rounds, he get frustrated and it's all over. And a good boxer like Buster Douglas, Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, they box his ass up. Piece of cake. Cause he got to come in and hit you. And you got that jab on him every time Mike take a step, pop. Every time he step, pop. Every time he step, pop, pop, pop. Every time he step, and then if he do get in, you just grab his ass, push him off. That's how they beat Mike. Mike Tyson is not a good boxer. His thing was come in real fast and hit you hard and knock you out in 3 or 4 rounds. Okay. His whole thing was to rely on speed. And when you get older, that's the first thing to go. You still got your power when you get older. When you hit 45, 50, you're going to lose your speed. Your power can still be there, but you're going to lose your stamina and you're going to lose your speed. He was too old. Okay, I'm done, man. I'll let you guys keep on saying it was scripted or whatever. He was old. Matter of fact, he should have never fought this damn fight, but he did it for money. He got a nice paycheck. Good for you. Good for you, Mike. Good for you. Yeah, Buster Douglas dedicated to his mother, but Buster Douglas fought like Ali. That's how Muhammad Ali body came with Buster Douglas. That's how Ali would have fought Tyson. The same way Buster Douglas fought Tyson, that's the same way Ali would have done it. So Ali was faster than Buster Douglas. Ali would have been doing the shuffle and shit. Pop, pop, pop. Anyway, I'm done, man. You guys have a great day. I don't know what to tell you. Mike Tyson was old. Let's knock it off. I don't want to see another Mike Tyson rematch. Oh my God. No, not a rematch. Oh my God. Now the rematch might be fixed. Maybe they do the rematch and Jake Paul let Mike knock him out. That'll be a good one. Too old. By that time he'll be like 62.